and straight over to Kevin. As I say, we call it Connect to Me. It's a way of finding out more about one of our members to see if we can help them to find them some business or to maybe work with them or to find out more about who they are as a person, what makes them tick, if they're a dog person or a cat person, all these things. So I'm going to, without ado, we've got a lovely 10 minutes with Kevin Haler. Over to you, my love.
Wonderful. Thank you very much. Am I on mute or can you hear me okay?
Can hear you
Fantastic.
fine.
Okay, and hopefully you can see the screen there. So I have 10 minutes because I have a client call in 10 minutes time. So I am limited and I will stay strictly to the time because I have to. Hello, everybody. Lovely to meet you. I'm going to rattle through a few things quite quickly, but my name is Kevin Hayler and I am the reluctant sales expert. Quite a title, hey? Right. So introduction, I've worked in sales for over 30 years, been sales management since 2007. So despite the fact I'm reluctant, I've been in the industry for an awful long time. Background, worked my way up from the bottom to sales director before becoming managing director, business owner since 2012, built and managed 3 sales divisions that have made over 35,000 sales. Founded Sales Made Easy 5 years ago, and we essentially work with businesses to become their part-time sales manager. And on average, we increase our client sales by 24% within 6 months. So I think I've done okay for being a reluctant salesperson. I didn't used to like sales. In fact, I used to absolutely hate it. I did not want to be salesy at all. No chance. But I've found a way through that. And the way we work with our clients, well, one of the first things we say to them is stop selling. Make it easy for people to buy from you. So we shift the mindset completely. And that's how we work with people. Now, Jill, I've missed the briefing slightly because I'm not doing this presentation on sales. I'm actually doing it on a few events, a little bit of background on me in a second, a few events that have shaped my life to get me to where I am today, which hopefully will be of benefit to others. Conscious of time, so guys, I do talk quickly. I'm going to rattle through fairly quickly with all of this. This is me. This is how I spend my time living in France. And you'll see a pattern with a glass of alcohol in my hand. I have a very social life over here and I enjoy myself. So I moved to France, Southwest France, with Sandra 5.5 years ago. This is us together at the White Night, Les Jardins d'Arignac, which is a beautiful garden. 1,000 people go every Monday night through the summer for an amazing night out. When we're not doing that, we're canoeing down the Dordogne River together. So we have a fairly good life. And here's our boy, our gorgeous Louis, our Bordoodle, who's 4.5, coming up 5 years old, who's mad, quite frankly, but we absolutely love him. So that's a little bit about me, my background, where I live at the moment. But what shaped me, what got me here? Well, there's 5 key events, which I'm going to go through. And the first one was in 2002, so what, 24 years ago. And I was working for Barclaycard at the time. I felt unfulfilled. I was lost, didn't know what to do, where to go. And my mum encouraged me to go and see a life coach. And I tell you, that was the best hour and a half I had. Off the back of that, I gave up smoking. I went to see a physio to sort out my knee. I got fit, went to a gym, lost weight. I changed jobs after 16 years with Barclays Bank and Barclaycard. And I met Sandra a few months later. I'd say that was money well spent for an hour and a half in a coffee shop, just sorting and compartmentalizing my life out. The outcome of it was incredible. What they did, and this is why I'm an absolute advocate of life coaching, is they just compartmentalized everything in my life into 8 boxes. And by doing that, I had clarity. I could work out some of the things to sort out. So I did. So this is the beginning of the journey. So I found ambition. So 3 years later, being in the new job, all going very, very well. I then spent time with Clive Howarth, who's still a friend today, who's a business coach. Off the back of my meeting with him, I applied for a promotion at work. I was working for Bank of Scotland at the time. I applied for a promotion that I had no chance of getting. I should not have applied for it. It was way too senior for me, but I did it anyway. What the hell? Well, it resulted in me moving to Essex because I met with the managing director, Nigel Hislop, who's still a friend today, and he recognized, yes, I couldn't do that job, but there's another role I could do. So the move was facilitated. I moved to Essex. I built a new team and I found skills I didn't know I had. They recognized it in me. I got success, I got recognition, and it was all going so well. I was about to be made a director of Bank of Scotland. Well, that's not bad after one conversation with Clive, a friend of mine as a business coach, to really push me to go for it. Sandra was delighted, about to be made a director. We were about to fly up to Scotland for a Burns Night celebration. She had this corsage made. She looked fantastic. So what did I do? I quit and left the company. She was furious. Not because I quit, but because she couldn't go to the corporate event up in Scotland. It was a really rather nice one. So what did I do in 2007? I quit this corporate job, this corporate career to go and join a startup. And you know what? It was fantastic. I was alive working there for 4 years. I learned sales. We built a sales division of 40 people. I became emotionally intelligent, if that's a phrase I can or can't use. I have no idea, but I found emotional intelligence that was buried deep within there because it's a people-orientated industry. I got fired again. Not again. This is the first time, but you'll see a pattern in a second. So 4.5 years there, fantastic, absolutely love it. I got too big for my boots. I got too vocal. Directors got fed up with me. They got rid of me. I got fired. Okay, fine. Where do I go from here? Well, I actually, in between all this, have got another job as a managing director. I got fired from that as well. So I thought, right, I can't keep being fired here. So I set up my own business and founded my own financial sales company. It's based on instinct, based on knowledge, experience, but based on instinct. Somehow I got it right. In the first 18 months, we hit 3 million turnover. I had 28 employees and had 120 self-employed sales agents working alongside us. Okay, this is easy. This is brilliant. God, I'm good. I'm a genius. I'm fantastic at business. Yeah, no, I'm not. The whole thing was built on sand. We had problems. We had to reverse engineer the entire business to put the strong foundations in place. It took an awful long time. There were other issues there. We had to get investment to get into the business, to keep the business going. And it ultimately meant I got fired from my own company by the majority shareholder. Right. What do I do next? Okay, so I'm trying a few things here. This is now 2018, 2019 at the time. And Sandra and I, long conversations, what to do next. We said, do you know what? To hell with it. Let's move to France. Let's just take on an adventure and see where we end up. Well, we ended up here. You'll see there's quite a pattern with a life here. We're sat outside with friends in the summer. The picture on the right is the Fête de Voisin, which is the neighbours festival, which is once a year in the village where everybody gets together down a long table. So we've built a life in France. Yes, that building's just right around the corner from us. And yes, that's where I sit as much as I possibly can through the summer. But what did I learn through this process? I learned an enormous amount. I learned to trust my instincts because they're very, very good, but to get better at executing on those instincts. I learned to find the clarity, did it with two business coaches. I learned to trust my instinct to unleash the potential, just to say, what the hell, let's give it a go. Somebody said earlier on, just say yes. Dave, you said earlier on, just say yes. Yes, I've lived my entire life. The answer is yes. Now, what's the question? Where's it going to take me? Take a risk. Calculated risk, but take the risk. One of my favorite words, bounce back ability. Call it resilience if you like, but you better bounce back if things go wrong because things have gone wrong. Things will go wrong. The measure is how you bounce back from them. Biggest one for me, be surrounded by good people, good advisors, good partner, good people to talk to guide you, to help you, to support you, to pick you back up again when you need it, to grow, to learn, but ultimately just to do it. They're the five from the five key events. They're the main learning points that I took out of my experience so far. Got to put a bit of sales in here. You know, we're all in either freelancers, consultants, run our own businesses. So all I would say to you, three very, very simple tips as I close this element here. Number one, change your mindset. If you don't like the word sales, don't use it. Do you know what? Don't sell. Don't push on people. Go and help people. Just help them. If you can solve their problem, solve it. If you can help them, help them. If you are making appointments with people, if you are engaged with somebody doing a discovery call, one golden rule we teach, never finish one meeting without scheduling the follow-up whilst you're with the person. Don't go, oh, I'll be in contact and we'll schedule a date, because you won't hear from them. You'll spend a lot of time and waste a lot of time trying to get hold of them. So before you finish the meeting, you're on a call with them, book it into your diary, get the date and time agreed for the follow-up meeting. It just streamlines the whole process. Finally, last one from me, no excuses. Do what's uncomfortable. If there's something you don't want to do, just go and do it. It's amazing. It's rarely as frightening as you think, and the reward is immense. I've done it. I've got 13 seconds left. So, Jill, thank you for the opportunity. Guys and girls, thanks for listening to me. Thoroughly enjoyed the opportunity to present to you. Thank
Thank
you.
you, Kevin. That was brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. And those